Howdy folks, and welcome back to Cyberpunk 2077, where things are going to get even more disturbing than they were in the last episode. Quick summary. Detective River Ward's nephew has been kidnapped. The kidnapper has been apprehended by the Night City Police Department. However, in the arrest he was shot in the head and is now comatose and basically a vegetable, completely unable to answer any questions. After investigating his home, it turns out that River's nephew Randy knew his kidnapper and had been groomed by him over the period of months prior to the kidnapping. With the kidnapper comatose, our only hope of finding Randy's location and recovering him alive is to trigger some kind of emotional response in the kidnapper and have him enter a state of dreaming, which can be recorded through braindance technology, and it's our hope that we can use that to get some kind of clue as to the location of where he was holding Randy and any of the other teenagers that he'd abducted. We managed to recover a video file of a frankly quite disturbing cartoon that seemed to have some kind of significance to the kidnapper, and it's our hope that this cartoon is what's going to trigger the emotional response that we need in order to get the kidnapper to start dreaming. And that is pretty much where we ended things in the last episode.
V, wake up.
Not done sleeping.
Yawin called. It worked. The cartoon. He's dreaming.
You got the BD?
Right here. Slot it in. Jack into the computer. I want to see it on the monitor.
That doc of yours is quick. Not bad.
And now we get to jack into the dreaming subconscious of a serial killer, kidnapper, and paedophile. This is going to be fun.
What's the matter with you, Anthony? I have to report this. I hope you understand that. This isn't normal behavior. Anthony, you killed Liam's turtle.
He was sick. He wouldn't eat, stayed in his shell. I just wanted to help him.
By injecting him with HGH? What were you thinking? Is this something your father taught you? Good people took you in, extended their trust. This is how you repay them? Your friend died. I understand. But that is no excuse.
Fuck you.
What did you just say? Okay, I've had enough. Principal's gonna hear about this. Your foster parents, too. I see. Like father, like son.
Oh, that kid at the other table. What did he have on his head? Oh wait, this is a dream.
Don't you dare talk about my dad!
That's right, you little shit. I know it all. Farm failed. Dad put a bullet in his head.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! You can't talk about my dad, you prick! You can't! You can't! He was sick, weak. I just wanted to help him.
Yeah, well, it's not quite a memory, but it's a dream about a memory. And it is pretty fucked up. So let's rewind the braindance into editing mode. I'll start looking for clues. And yeah. So this seems to be the school cafeteria, which runs a Bucker Slice franchise. Welcome to the future, kids. What's on the notice board?
Oh, I recognize this shooting. It was a case study back at the academy. Give me a sec to check which school that was. Laguna Bend. No, looks like the whole town got flooded in the 50s. Well, at least we know the general area where Harris lived.
Guess that'd be that.
Laguna Bend. We've been there. That's the town that Judy grew up in. Unfortunately, we can't actually go to the school and investigate because it's now under, well, several million tons of water. It's at the bottom of the reservoir outside Night City. There's another clue here in the braindance somewhere, but there we go, the teacher. Unfortunately, we're not able to identify him from the brain dance, so we can't get in touch with him to talk to him, but there's something in the trophy cabinet.
Trophy. Old one. Dating from 2042. First place in an interscholastic wrestling tournament.
Well, okay. I don't see how that helps us. We've already identified the location of the school, knowing that it won a wrestling championship in 2042. I don't see how that helps us. But at least we do now know which school Harris went to and when, and also that he was deeply fucked up at the time. Something to do with his father, and some kind of fascination with cattle, which is really weird. And I'm not seeing any further clues on this section of the brain dance in any of the other layers. So I guess we go to the next section of the brain dance. Apparently there's more.
Shut up! You can't talk about my dad, you prick!
Tony! Where you going now? Come here!
Coming!
Tony, come here!
Yeah, Dad?
You forget something?
I asked you a question!
I don't know.
Choline, I'm at thionine levels. See anything odd?
Too low?
You were supposed to check before school. What do you gotta say for yourself? Cow's gonna die because of you. Gonna kill it like you killed your mama.
I'm sorry.
Don't apologize, just dial up her hormones. And shut off that goddamn cartoon! How many times I gotta tell you not to leave it like that, hmm? Half the day I spent trying to turn that shit off.
Okay, so a couple of things. Harris's dad was a major asshole. And he grew up on some kind of factory cattle farm. And I'm pretty sure that that cartoon we can hear playing in the background is the really weird one that we found on Randy's computer. Yeah, there it is.
That's our cartoon. Tony really should buy.
Guess that'd be that.
Alright, I think we've basically seen everything. Time to enter the editor and start rewinding to see if we can find anything useful. So there's something back here. Oh, pause.
Harris looks even younger here.
Well, yeah, this is when his dad was alive. Something that he does seem to feel very guilty about.
Supplements in the feed for disease-free livestock.
He talked about how his dad's death wasn't his fault, he was only trying to help him.
Got no way to ID him. Kid's father was a real hard ass.
I suspect that young Anthony's father did not die of natural causes, and I suspect Anthony probably had something to do with it. Although he does seem to have gotten away with it.
Cattle injectors for hormones, antibiotics. People ate meat loaded with this shit.
Alright. I'll rewind further. There are other clues earlier on in the recording. Let's just scroll it back and see what we can see.
Looks like a cattle bioscanner for checking vitals.
Alright, pretty much exactly what you'd expect to see in a factory farm for cattle. But there's one other clue slightly earlier on.
Where you going now?
And that would be the cattle itself.
See that? Cow's sick, like the rest.
Young Anthony does seem to actually care about the well-being of the cattle, though. Even if they're being bred and raised in pretty horrific conditions. And now it's time for the next brain dance. The next one of Harris's dreams. Is this the same? I don't know, the technology seems more Right. This is a much more recent memory. This looks like the same place, but it almost certainly isn't. I mean, the cattle and the farm were owned by the Biotechnica Corporation. We saw that in the earlier Braindance, which would mean that Harris's father was nothing more than a tenant. And after his death, presumably after running the place into the ground because the cattle were sick, it would have reverted back to the corporation. It would have leased it out to somebody else. Yeah, he's not raising cattle in this place. It's likely that any of these factory farms would be following the same model, so it's unsurprising that it would look the same as the one that Harris grew up on. But that doesn't mean it's the same place, which is going to make it difficult to find it.
And where are you up to, Mike? Come here, you rascal. You'll hurt yourself. Tony will take good care of you. Easy now.
Yeah, he'll take good care of the kids like he took good care of the cattle.
I think this might be the place, V. It's a recent memory. Gotta be his hideout.
Yeah, I agree. So, let's find something that will help us identify the location so we can get there tonight and rescue any of the kids who are still alive.
Oh, fuck me. Treats the kidnapped boys like cattle.
Alright, V, keep it together. There's a clue here somewhere. We just need to find it. Rewind. Ah. There. Night City skyline.
Hey, the illuminated towers. Promoting the Us Cracks album that came out then. Colors changed every hour.
Alright, so that will help us narrow down the time that this took place. And we know that it's just far enough outside Night City to be able to see the advertising.
Machine controls an injection system for stimulants, hormones, something.
So he's pumping them full of cattle hormones. Nice.
Signage on the farm model points to petrochem.
Oh, and it's not a Biotechnica farm. It's a petrochem farm. Well, that will help narrow it down even further. What else can we see? Okay, there's a couple of other clues back there. What's this?
Look.
Another victim.
Another one.
Pumped full of cattle hormones and unconscious.
Fire department search stamp right here. City South. Perfect.
South of Night City.
Terminal controls the pins.
Close enough to be able to see the advertising.
Don't see Randy anywhere.
Not actually seeing Randy anywhere, although they're all wearing hoods and masks, so it's going to be real difficult to actually identify any of the victims just from the brain dance. This one's suffering from enlarged thyroid, muscular atrophy. He's been there for a long time.
Must have been an auto shop or something here at some point.
So if we could find a petrochem cattle farm that used to be an auto workshop south of the city, close enough to see the skyline advertising, we might have a winner.
Looks like Peter Pan turned this farm into a goddamn final bastion. All these turrets and mines. They're controlled by some other tech, not the comp in the barn.
And he has, of course, fortified the place. Okay, there's something here on the audio layer. Ah, there it is. A heavy AV.
Hearing what I'm hearing?
Trash barge. That's the signal to dump. Has to be a landfill nearby. I think that might be it.
Trash barge. So we're right next to one of the landfills in the south of the city.
Not so sure, River. Think we ought to explore a bit more.
Yeah, there is still something else here.
Okay.
Something in the visual layer earlier on in the recording. Let's head back and see. So there's something here. I'm going to switch to the visual layer. Let's see what it is. There we go.
Got a clock. An hour to midnight.
That's gotta be all she wrote in this movie.
No, there's something else. It's back in this room. There.
Right. Okay. Got some cables.
Really? Newsflash, apparently factory farms run on electricity. Great detective work there, V. I think we've got everything we're going to get out of this braindance.
Okay, so where do we sit now exactly?
We know Harris still lives near an old school that's now underwater. You can see the NC skyline and the Us-Cracks towers from the farm. It's a few miles out. Farm's located near a landfill. We know that too. Harris's IP places him outside Night City, within a radius of a dozen miles or so. Those towers promoting the Us-Cracks album. Colors change regularly, once an hour. So we know the time.
11 at night.
Right. And that puts the farm east of the city. Southeast, actually. Stamp on the NCFD certificate was from the southern region. Farm model's a petrochem design, so that eliminates any others. Which narrows it down to Edgewood Farm. That's gotta be our place.
So, we've got it.
Just hope we didn't fuck it up. Come on, we gotta go.
I must say, that's a remarkable piece of investigative work there, Detective Ward, and I'm particularly impressed by your encyclopedic knowledge of the layout and ownership of the various different farms to the south of Night City. Yeah, okay, he could have been using his neural implants to run a query through the city database. But what fun's that? Also, we appear to have encountered yet another UI bug. Top of the screen, you are leaving signal range. That's from the brain dance. The one that I disconnected from 2 minutes ago. I think I need to go and see Vic the Ripper Doc, see if I can get a refund on these Kiroshi cyber optics he sold me. They don't appear to be working properly. So we going? We're going.
Damn it. Let this work.
River, you need to focus and stop driving into lampposts.
Don't get distracted. Gotta focus on the road.
Easy for you to say. That's my nephew out there.
We'll find him, River.
I don't know much sooner how he felt. What was eating at him?
This isn't your fault.
I'm his uncle, V. And I wasn't there for him.
Yes, River, you're his uncle. You're not his mother, you're not his father, neither of whom were there for him. So you can stop feeling sorry for yourself and playing the victim here, and focus on the fucking road, so we can find him, hopefully, while he's still alive.
Hold on, Randy. Please hold on. Grab something!
Whoa, easy there, cowboy.
This is the farm. We got it.
I know.
Yeah, this is it. Do you notice the gun turrets and the mines? It's not like we didn't know that they were there.
Get to the barn quick.
Perhaps some form of discussion next time. Before we drive an unarmoured vehicle through a gate guarding a compound that's full of gun turrets and mines. I'm just saying. And also, River, no, let's not get to the barn quick. Let's maybe do something about all of the gun turrets and the mines first. I feel that that would be the best way of handling things. I can take care of the mines remotely. I can shut down the gun turrets remotely. I can set the mines off remotely, which frankly is a lot more fun than just switching them off. And in case you're thinking, well, that's great, how am I supposed to handle this if I don't have any netrunner or technical skills? Well, you can just shoot them. I mean, that works too. Now, the main doors are shut, and I don't seem to be able to hack or force them open, but there is a ladder around the side leading to this
River,
open hatch.
come here, quick!
Positioned very helpfully above a catwalk, so I'm unlikely to break my ankles on the way down either. What's going on here? Nothing remarkable. It looks like this is the way we're supposed to go. Hang on, River. Well, yeah, you can appreciate why he might be in a bit of a, oh my god, what the fuck? Oh, this is just wrong. There's Randy. We found him. He's alive. Wait, I heard a bad sound. Oh, it's just a camera. Okay, it's not so bad. A camera which I don't seem to be able to hack for some strange reason. Whatever, what's it going to do? We turned off the guns. Let's check Randy out.
He's hanging in there. We made it. V, shut down the machine. Can't unlink Randy otherwise. Randy!
Right,
10:52.
okay.
I repeat, I've got a 1052 at a farm.
Where do I turn off the machine?
Yes, send the fucking
Control room.
squad!
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, relaying coordinates now. No, several at least. Do it quick, damn it. Oh, and watch for automated defections on the side. They're substantial. Hurry, gotta shut it off.
Didn't I just do that? I'm pretty sure I just did that, River. River, you're becoming hysterical.
Okay, I'll
I
disconnect
need
it.
you to calm down.
Check the others. Could still be alive.
Yeah, good call. I'll check the other kids. How? Oh, can't get a scan with my optics. There's a biomonitor here keeping track of their vital signs, but apparently that's not it either. How am I supposed to check on the other kids? Apparently I'm supposed to check on the other kids by standing next to their head. Oh well.
Whoa, easy there. You're alright now.
Yeah, you could be forgiven for thinking that using your enhanced cyber optics, which up until now have been perfectly capable of pulling detailed statistics of whatever subject you happen to be looking at, would be a way of checking on the other kids, or perhaps looking at the biomonitors that are there for the specific purpose of monitoring the vital signs of the kids. You could be easily forgiven for thinking that that might be a way of checking on the other kids. You could think that, but you'd be wrong. Apparently all you need to do is stand next to their
Hey,
heads.
don't be scared. We're here to help. A bit dehydrated, but you are gonna be fine.
Alright, River.
Help
One of the
me,
other
Brandon.
kids is dead, but the other two are still alive. Come on. Come on. Got it. Get this bloody mask off. And he is still alive. Although only barely conscious. Alright, River. He's gonna be okay. Now, please, chill the fuck out. Relax and take a breath. Don't worry, Randy. We're gonna get you home.
We did it, River.
Yep, we sure did. But I'm not about to leave it like this. The horror that bastard inflicted. Can't let it go.
He's in a coma, in police custody. He's not getting away with anything.
He's still alive. So in a sense, he is getting away with it. Not for long, though. Gonna squeeze the life out of him with my bare hands.
Yeah, and the only one that'll punish will be you.
River, come on, man. It won't change anything. Anthony Harris is a sad sack of meat hooked up to a respirator now.
For how long? He has to die. It's the only way I'll be sure.
Stop. Gonna throw your life away getting revenge on a brain-dead vegetable?
Well, I don't know. Maybe you're right. But it's driving me crazy not doing anything.
Oh, fuck off. 3 kids are alive. It would have been dead if not for us.
Actually, got quite a bit you can do, River. Joss, Randy, the kids. They're gonna need you now more than ever.
Yeah, and there's that too.
Yeah. No, you're right.
Forget about Harris. Take one day at a time. But rest first. Once your head's on straight again, give me a hollow. We'll talk.
Yeah. Need a little time to myself now. But then I'll call you. I will.
Hey, we're ready for evac. Are you riding along or not?
Really, V. Thanks. Couldn't have done it without you.
No problem. Don't be a stranger.
And that is pretty much the end of that. Well, not quite. I mean, we're going to see more of River, but his storyline is now basically mostly done, and I'm just left with the dawning realisation that my ride is climbing into that Trauma Team AV and flying off without me. I'm stuck at this godforsaken crime scene miles outside of the Night City perimeter. I wonder if I can bum a ride from one of the badges. Yeah, probably not. Later on, after a few days have passed, although sadly I didn't actually record this, River will call you back and invite you over to the trailer park for a family dinner with him, Joss, and the kids, although not with Randy, who's still in hospital undergoing treatment. If you choose to accept this invitation and you play a female character, you will have the option of getting jiggy with it. Not in a particularly romantic location, on top of an old, dirty and rusty water tower. Seriously, River. At least take me somewhere nice. But either way, or whether you choose to go with it or not, or whether you don't even get the option because you're playing a male character and River just doesn't swing that way, with River's custom revolver, which is an extremely nice weapon because it comes with a ×5 headshot damage multiplier. Not the poxy 1.2 or 1.5 that you get with tech pistols or powered pistols, not the respectable ×2 or sometimes as high as ×3 that you normally get with revolvers. No, with River's customized revolver, it's a ×5 headshot damage multiplier. Sadly, I didn't record any of this. You're just going to have to take my word for it that River did not get his hands into my pearly pink panties. Stop laughing at the back there. Anyway, that's it for today. I do hope you enjoyed it. Although given the content, perhaps enjoyed isn't really the right word, but whatever. I'm done, and as the great critical drinker would say, that's all I have for today. Go away now. Yes, Akazuki, I told them. No, I'm sure it'll be fine. Nobody ever took offence to anything anybody said on the internet. Don't be silly.